Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to the Fort Salem Library, where we read you your fanfiction. So sit down or don't, relax or don't, and enjoy these stories in a way you have not before. We at Fort Salem Library do not own Motherland Fort Salem or any of the related characters. The Motherland Fort Salem series is created by Elliot Lawrence and owned by Freeform. This story is a work of fanfiction and is meant for entertainment only. We are not making any profit from these stories. All rights of the original Motherland Fort Salem story belong to Freeform. We also do not own Until Morning or any of its original characters and storylines. We did, however, get permission from the author to read their story. This story was created and written by JordanUnbroken, and you can find the link on our show notes. This story is being read to you by me, Britt. Until Morning, Chapter 14. Mother's Intuition. Riel felt like she was 15 again. Her hand shook as she wheeled herself through the visitor's corridor alongside her father. She hadn't seen her mother in 5 years. Sometimes time just seems to slip away. Down here, Ray. Her father led the way to the room where they could speak to her mom. Riel rolled herself up to the counter and waited on one side of a bulletproof glass pane. Willa Collar sat down on the other side, now with more lines across her face than Riel remembered. Riel picked up the phone to speak. Her father sat beside her, a hand on her shoulder. "Hi, Mom. It's so good to see you, honey. I heard about your accident. Well, I'm glad you're all right. Still on the mend, but I'm getting there." Riel wasn't sure where to begin. An uncomfortable silence fell. "Dad, could I have a minute alone with her?" Her father looked a little confused but nodded and walked out into the hall. Riel took a deep breath. "I'm sorry. I should have come sooner." "Honey, no, don't apologize. I understand." "Mom, please, I'm so sorry for how I left things between us." "There's nothing to forgive, Riel. You were right. I should have never had you drive. That was my fault. I deserve to be here, okay? Mom, I'm just so happy to see my girl again." Willa pressed her palm against the glass. Riel pressed hers against it as well, wishing the barrier was gone. "Mom, that's kind of why I'm here. I met Scylla, Mom. Scylla Ramshorn. The girl. Their daughter." Willa's face paled. "She wants to get you out of here." "I don't understand." Willa shook her head. "Scylla, she was my doctor. She saved my life, Mom. The last few weeks, we sort of got to know each other. I told her the truth about what happened. She wants to make amends." Willa sat there, in shock. Riel kept talking. "Dad said you haven't drank or anything since you've been in here." "Clean and sober," Willa mumbled. Riel could see she was still processing what she just told her. "That's great, Mom. I'm proud of you." Her mother's eyes finally met hers again. "Their daughter saved you? What a twist of fate." "Yeah, that was my first thought when I realized. Mom, Scylla talked to a lawyer and thinks she can help get you out at your parole hearing. She'll talk to the court. I'm just so surprised. I ruined that girl's life." "Her life isn't ruined, Mom. I mean, of course she wishes that her parents were here. She said what happened. She doesn't blame us for the accident. She had some hardships, but she has a good life, Mom. She has good friends, and she's a brilliant surgeon. I barely have any scars where she worked on me. She's smart and sweet and brave. She's wonderful, Mom." Willa sat back and looked at her. "You really love her," she said simply. Riel's eyes widened and nothing akin to an electric shock coursed through her. It's not like that. We talk and maybe we're friends?" Riel shook her head of the thought. Willa raised an eyebrow but didn't say anything else. "So your next parole hearing is in another 3 months. We're going to try and get it moved, but it may take that long. Can you wait? Raelle asked. I was prepared to spend another 5 years of my life in here. 3 months is nothing. Willa tilted her head back and took a deep breath. Tell Scylla thank you. You can thank her yourself when you meet her, Raelle smiled. I look forward to it. I never thought I would say that. Willa cracked a small smile that stretched the line of her face. I love you, Mom. Raelle's eyes watered. I love you too, Ray. Tears fell down Willa's cheek. Okay, I'll let Dad have a few minutes alone with you. Before Raelle could hang up the phone attached to the wall, Willa spoke. Raelle, I know I haven't been able to be there for you, or to be much of a mother, but the way your face just lit up talking about that girl, call it mother's intuition, but I'd bet there's something there. I don't think Scylla is going through all this trouble just for me. Raelle shook her head. It's not like that. She just doesn't want any more pain to come from all this. She said she may not be able to have her parents back, but that shouldn't keep our family apart. It's time for us all to move forward. Raelle took a steadying breath. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Let me go get Dad. Her mother nodded, relenting the topic. Talk to you soon, sweetheart. Raelle rolled over to her father in the hall and sent him into the visitor's booth. As she waited for Edwin to finish with his visiting time, Raelle pulled her phone out of her jacket and sent Scylla a text. Her hands began to shake, this time for an entirely different reason from when she arrived at the prison. Raelle's heart pounded in her ears. Would you like to have dinner with me at my place, just the two of us? Dinner is on me this time. Raelle ignored the fact that if her legs weren't in casts, her knees would be shaking too. Please find the fanfiction you just listened to on Archive of Our Own and leave the author some love. Without them, this wouldn't be possible, and we want to thank them from the bottoms of our hearts for creating these amazing stories and keeping the show alive.